গুড মর্নিং। সকালে ইচ্ছে হলো যে একটু হোয়াট ইজ এক্স্যাক্টলি আই শুড সে in the morning I must wish everybody else, I mean specifically the college students, those who are pursuing the honors and English. For them, just I am going to upload the summarized part of Macbeth. Perhaps you must have followed the videos. And yesterday, one of my students had come and asked me to upload. But the fact it is not that much beneficial unless the college students they have hold at English, then it would be very much active. Because whenever just you are going to answer or to illustrate about any characters or about any fact or any figurative impression that has been reflected in the written part of the drama written by Shakespeare, it is important much. So from the base and the basic, I would like to tell you always, the honors specifically, just being in the college and appearing in the examination, your view is just to secure marks. But at the very same time, I would ask you, you need to have a hold at English. Just to listen it, follow it, and reading the notes and appear in the examination is not your performance that is to be demonstrated. But it has become a joke like it has commercialized. The education has gone to the hell. So we are watching the videos and it is easily available in the YouTube and you can watch. But the matter, what is important and is significant to have a hold, to know the story, know the character, to know the facts. Means according to means episode के लिए was called Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4, Act 5. So now I would tell you, commercialized education system has made us, but nobody, the teachers, one specifically, or either those who are responsible, they do not make the students understand about how can they write the answer. To know the story, there are Bengali versification is there, and there the books are available. Then YouTube, you can get a lot about this information relating to this drama. But that is not the matter. Matter is only what? Whenever that you will ask that the question has appeared in the examination and being in examination, all how can you answer this one? And you answer the question that the query that has been asked by the examiners or by the university. That is important much to know the story. That is important. Just to attend in the class in group wise and just listen and just you are what is called appeasing your Miss Teacher. Providing in the big hands and clappings. Thank you, sir. Very nicely, sir. What the nice would have the impact. Would you be able to learn something else from the teacher's activity or the demonstration? He is superior, yes, exactly. So what he has become the teacher. But exactly we could never try to evaluate that part. That is important much. What is exactly the Macbeth's story? Can you write? Or just just whenever you will be in the what is called just appearing first semester, second semester, third semester, just whatever it is, the system is. It cannot be ignored. It is to be always regarded. It is always to be obedient to that examination. All you are supposed to have. Now I find it's my findings. The students are taught properly, perfectly. Maybe I don't know. I do not like to make any comment in this regard. But going to college and what is called widening your chest, yes, I am the honor student, I should be paid respect. But whatever, just my finding is it. In Raghunathpur College, I have observed from a long since who has secured first class, who has scored more than the EP scored or she scored. And thereafter, what is exactly the talent? Does he or does she become active at this language? And specifically, we are focused, the students are focused to have a strong word at English. But who do have? Have you been evaluated this part? So don't come if we see that Macbeth is a short story, you can go and get elsewhere the theme, the answer. But in the question, in the examination all, have you ever find your speed at writing? Can you write properly, perfectly the sentences? Rhetorically? Here it is not literally, it is rhetorically. Do you study about rhetoric? About figure of speech? No. For us, not. So how can we means what is called decorative sentences? How can exclusive? That is only the problem with us. I could say I can make it a little harder whenever just I will really work. I guess earlier I used to teach students, but nowadays I do not do because of 3 or 4 years gap. I had been to somewhere else living this, but I was forced, I was compelled to leave Raghunathpur. But coming back to Raghunathpur, I do not find a single teacher who can teach properly, perfectly. You see, nowadays it is what is called artificially it is presented so that the students will be attracted, like the books. It is printed so nicely so the students are becoming, means what is called the students are being allured. It is a lucrative book. So yes, going to the books and you will find something, some more interesting part. But do you go into the depth of that? Of the books? Do you know about the in 1606 perhaps? The Shakespeare has presented and it was staged in England. And instead, to have this talent to write something else, to answer it using your own language, using their language. So just simply you are asked and you are telling and just we are just what is called it is camouflage. I don't like the disguised attitude. Just to commercialize the educational system entirely that has become. So nowadays we cannot, our students are not properly, perfectly taught English from at the this particular secondary level, and thereafter being at college, and whenever just you are pursuing that honors level, would you be able to define or to clarify or any criticism or any clarification can you write? So what the hell would happen? What is the impact of such education? Simply nothing else. It is commercialized. And now it is as what is observed in the YouTube, I find recently. Simply it is not as a plagiarized, it is copied. As old wine in a new bottle. Nothing has changed. One doesn't need to have a strong word in English. Figuratively, one can present it to you. Through creation, creativity is important. Your performance, your demonstration, that is important much. And not to just appear and see. Who else? Just tell me first who has a word. Simply you see, I do not like to just what is called express mind attitude because I am very much obedient to education. I love, but I don't like to degrade education by no means. I could commercialize, I could get more popularity, but popularity is not an important part of my activity. Being honored, my duty, being honest. Just we needed to teach the students properly, perfectly, so then they can write. Just going to that honors college and money carrying with the books and with which like exactly their parents' expectation cannot be fulfilled. I do not find anybody else in the Raghunathpur first. And earlier I should not say one of my fellow or either just I can, he was a gold medalist, but whenever he had come to me and he had told me, sir, I am too late. If I could have attended you early, I might have, by this time, much more developed than what exactly I am. I am honest students. Yes, I have completed my graduation as I have been awarded gold medal, but I do not have this hold at. I cannot deliver it. I cannot describe it. I cannot illustrate it properly, perfectly whenever it is needed to be presented in the classrooms or either in the stage. Whenever just I am holding a whenever it is called a mic or the microphone. Can you show me a teacher who can? No. But simply it is just, I told it is a disguised attitude to make money, to get popularity. So it is not exactly to have this stronghold. Is it a joke? Somebody finds. And whenever just I find my students and more maximum, they are established. But I do not find a single person who has secured more than 50%. But that 50%, 55% is not at all means what is called the you are money becoming just what is called the remarkable or noticeable student. It is most just common part to secure 50%. But if he could have secure, if one student can secure more than 60%, he would be a regular student in post graduation. Can you show me a person in Raghunathpur College who is except this? Some Mondal was there, and some one Pathak was there. I know they were the regular students Badwani University, but nowadays maximally it's a means what is called the fertility. It's cheating the students. They do not provide them the what is called the perfect concept of how can you illustrate it, how can you write, how your writings will be ecstatic. It's an art that is important much. I can teach the students, and whatever the poem is reading, it just I can describe, summarize. Reading in a text part, any excerpt, I can what is called precise. Ask your teachers, can they? How long they study this? No. But reading the books and what is called copying this and presenting you and with means what is the same thing and just wrapping up. You are wrapping up with attractive wrapping. So that will attract. Yes, how nice the pack is. And there, what is inside that? You never think it. This educational system has collapsed our educational entire educational system. I do not say the teachers are not there. They are there, but their intention should be transparent. But that I would not see. That I do not see. So show me a person is 10 years. Yes, I will ask you. I have started only by 12 years or 13 years. I am in this profession. Earlier I was not. So obvious synonymous, that antonyms, the derivation. How can I just write this same sentence little attractively? That will be laudable. It's a joke. It has become a joke. But my student has asked me to upload something else. I am uploading. But I know it will not be accepted. I know his performance. I know everything else. But I do not like to present myself or like an artist, Bombay artists. So having as this attractive figure said, different newly style. Education has its principality. It has a perfect rule that we are supposed to follow. So the end. Just I would ask you, the honor students, please pay more attention to this to have a strong hold at English so that you can use it, you can apply it, you can, whenever just you are going elsewhere, you can present the same that you figured out, that you have learned. So nothing more I would say. But next time I must upload Macbeth or whatever is needed, or I shall have to follow the syllabus of Sidhu Kanu University. There are timing. I wish you have a nice day.